Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some color inspiration using products from Pinkfresh Studio, including the layering stencil. The products that I'm going to be using today is the detailed leaf. So this is the stamp set, the hot foil plate, the coordinating die, and also the layering stencil, which is where we're going to add our color. Now, I absolutely love hot foiling, and I have quite the collection of foils. I grab them as soon as they come out. And I just wanted to show you, this is my little turntable I found in a local store I have that was in the kitchen department, I believe. So it has some sectioned off areas, and I have it sectioned off into gold, silver, and then kind of the like pewter and rainbow, kind of the miscellaneous colors. And I really love this because I have those sections and I can see all of my foils. They're not in boxes. The other thing I did is I created a label with my label maker that has the item number, the company, and the color of foil. So really this helps me. I can just kind of look through what's catching my eye and pick them out. Now it's funny because champagne glimmer foil always catches my eye. I think I'm grabbing a new color, but champagne is just one of my absolute favorite glimmer foils. So I picked out three. I have my champagne, silver, and I think the other one is like a pewter. So what I do is I trim out my foil to fit my foil plate. Now it's going to be a little bit bigger. And then I'm placing that foil pretty side up on some Hammermill cardstock. It's really, really smooth and great for foiling. Now I always make sure I leave a little bit of cardstock showing on one side, and then I trim off the excess foil on the other side. I really want to make sure I'm leaving cardstock showing. Then I'm taking my best ever craft tape and I'm securing my foil plate, the foil to the cardstock. Now, this is my preferred way of foiling. Some people don't like to tape it down, but I really do. Now, here's my glimmer machine. The green light is on, so it is hot and ready to go. And I'm going to take my sandwich and I'm going to flip this so that my hot foil plate is touching my glimmer machine. Then I hit that timer button and that's going to blink green. Now, when it stops blinking, that means everything is heated up and ready to go. So I'm going to disengage this from the glimmer system. Now I'm going to put on my top plate and also that shim, that plastic shim, put that on top and then run this through the machine. So that's applying the pressure of the plate to my cardstock with that heat and the foil. Then I can carefully peel this back and it foiled absolutely perfect. So I'm also going to go ahead and do the other two glimmer foils. Now, as far as the sandwich goes for doing your foiling, everybody does them different. Some put the shim on while it's warming up. It just really varies. Some people need a cardstock shim for extra pressure. You just need to really experiment to find what works best for you. This is what works best for me, and I get great results every time. These are the three backgrounds I created. I'm going to pick one for right now to do my ink blending on, and the other two I'm going to save. So I did pick, I think it was the pewter, or it's called pewter glimmer foil, and that's the one I'm going to use my layering stencils on. So I'm securing this cardstock down with some satin masking tape, and then I'm placing the first layer of the stencil over the top, lining that up with my image. The stencils are all numbered at the top, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm starting with the first one and I'm bringing in these colors. Now this is kind of a color group and I love working with the Pinkfresh inks like that because they all kind of have that range of shade in that grouping. So I'm starting with that lightest color using a blending brush to just apply that color over this open area. I'm going to remove that stencil. We have that beautiful base color down. And then we're going to bring in the second layer. So this is using Aquamarine. Now notice on here that some of these open areas are overlapping the color that we just placed down. So it's really important to think about your colors when you're going to be doing ink blending with this particular layering stencil because you don't want to put purple over yellow. It's not going to look very good. Now I left that second layer in place and I'm bringing in a shade of purple. I think this was lavender, just going over some of the areas. And we are going to create kind of a new color or a new shade. And that is one of my favorite combinations is using kind of like that bluish teal and with a purple. It always comes out great. Now I'm bringing in the third layer of the stencil, and this one I'm going to apply Mermaid Cove. So each one of these colors is getting a little bit darker. And I'm going over the open areas of the stencil once again. You could see that this is layering on top of that light color that we previously placed. This time I wiped off the excess ink, and then I'm going to come in with that lavender once again. And even if you don't have this particular stencil, think about some of your other stencils. You could maybe combine two stencils and do something similar to this. So I'll remove this layer and then taping down the last layer of my stencil. So this one is Tidal Pond, Tidal Pool, Tidal Pond, one of those. It's all linked down below in the video. And I'm adding this, and this is a really dark color. And I think I went with a shade darker in purple to make that kind of stand out a little bit. So now that it's done, we have all these gorgeous layers of color, and I love how this came out. I'm going to use the coordinating die to cut that out and then move on to my sentiment. So this is a sentiment off of that detailed leaf stamp set. You can choose any sentiment that you'd like to have for the front of your card. I am prepping that with my anti-static powder tool, and then I'm inking this up in Versamark ink. I'm going to stamp that down, make sure that my cardstock is positioned in the bottom corner of my Misti, and then stamp it once again. I'm going to be using Brutus Monroe Gilded Embossing Powder, so it's a very pretty shiny gold. Sprinkling that over my stamped sentiment, tapping off my excess, and then I'm going to have my heat tool warming up off on the side, so when I bring it to my cardstock, it's going to help minimize any warping. Now, if I don't have a lot of warping on the cardstock, I bring it back to the Misti because I didn't move my sentiment. And I'm going to prep that again with my anti-static powder tool, ink it up with the Versamark, and stamp that down over the top. And what this is going to do once I sprinkle on that embossing powder again is layer up that embossing, and it looks really, really neat in person. If you've never tried it before, I highly encourage you try it. It just gives that little bit of extra oomph to your embossing. Now, this sentiment does have a coordinating die to it, which I'm very excited for. I'm going to hold that down with my satin masking tape and die cut that out. Now, off screen in a previous kind of foiling session of mine, I have this rectangle here, and this is the nested rectangle hot foil plate and die from Pinkfresh Studio that I did on white Hammermill cardstock. So I have that ready. And I had die cut out my leaf out of white cardstock and layering it together with liquid glue. That is just going to give my leaf a little bit of stability, and then adding liquid glue to the back of this, I don't have to go through and waste a bunch of foam squares. These are really great layering up your die cuts like this. So I'm going to hold that down over that nested rectangle that I had hot foiled. And then that panel, I will add some thin foam strips behind. This isn't your normal Scotch foam. This is pretty thin, but it's just going to give it a little bit of lift. I'm removing the backing from that foam tape and placing that onto some cardstock. This is Adriatic cardstock from Hero Arts, cut to 4¼ by 5½, matched my leaf and my ink blending perfectly. And then I'm adding the sentiment using a few foam squares and liquid glue. I only added foam squares to the parts that are going to hang off of the leaf. Then I can go ahead and secure that down to the front of the card. Now, I was going through some of my kind of glitter embellishments that I have from Pinkfresh Studio, and I found this set. I can't remember the name right now, but I will have it linked down below in the description of the video and my blog too. But I added some of those beautiful glitter embellishments to my card using some liquid glue. And that finishes up the card project for you for today. I hope you enjoyed today's color inspiration and just kind of thinking about layering up your colors when you're ink blending. If you enjoyed today's video, I would really appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you again soon.